Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Copperjacket TV. So Thomas Jefferson once said that when the government fears the people, you have liberty. But when the people fear the government, you have tyranny. And that the Second Amendment is a check against that tyranny. Well, we have just that kind of tyranny happening in California right now, where Governor Gavin Newsom is actually getting support for his 28th Amendment. And you're not going to believe what they say and how they support it and why they support it. Let's talk about it. This video is proud to be sponsored by WERKZ holsters. WERKZ holsters are top of the line. They have a model that will fit just about anything, from inside the waistband, outside the waistband, right hand, left hand, with an emphasis on light-bearing holsters. The holster that you're looking at right here is for an inside the waistband, right hand, G17 or G19 with an in-force light. Now, WERKZ holsters are extremely well-made holsters, and they fit my three most important criteria, which is fit, retention, and protection. Now, WERKZ has a light-bearing combo either inside or outside the waistband for just about anything. So if you're in the market for a good light-bearing holster, check out WERKZ. And thanks again for sponsoring this video. So the person I want to talk to you guys about today is going to be California State Senator Anthony Portantino. This guy has been responsible for more gun control in the state of California than pretty much anybody else. He has either written, sponsored, or co-sponsored just about everything that we have seen come down the pipeline. He's probably eroded the Second Amendment more than even the governor has. This guy has his name attached to everything, and now he's got his name attached to this 28th Amendment. But let me go ahead and read to you his statement on why he is supporting Newsom's move towards the 28th Amendment. So he says, quote, "With the radicalization of the Supreme Court having a detrimental impact on the public safety of all Americans as it systematically dismantles common sense gun legislation, we must look at a constitutional amendment to both ban assault weapons and to protect the sanctity of California's ability to regulate firearms and keep our citizens safe." So the next part of this quote is what really gets me, because what he's doing here is he's admitting that what he's doing is unconstitutional. So he would like to change the Constitution so that he can do those unconstitutional things without any pushback from the Supreme Court. So he says, quote, "I applaud Governor Newsom for his leadership, and I am eager to help his effort to protect all Americans from the increasing threat of gun violence. I know what it's like to have the courts overturn my work and to keep high-capacity rifles out of teenage deadly hands, and I am fed up and willing to help the governor lead the push for this important amendment." So did you catch that part in his statement where he said, "I know what it's like to have the courts overturn my work"? Well, he's basically complaining. He's saying that the courts are overturning all of his hard work. But why would the courts do that? Well, let's see here. He sponsors, co-sponsors, or writes a bill. It passes, goes up to the governor's desk, it gets signed into law, and if we think that it violates our rights, we file a lawsuit in court. And then the court has to determine whether or not it violates our rights. If it violates our rights, then the courts overturn it. And there goes all of your work. So basically what you're saying is that you're upset that the courts are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, which is interpreting the Constitution. And while they do that, it turns out that what you're trying to do is unconstitutional. So you would like for that not to happen anymore. The only way that you can pass all these laws that are currently unconstitutional is if you just simply get rid of the amendments that are in your way. That means supporting the 28th Amendment, which would just about eliminate the Second Amendment. So again, what he's trying to do is he's trying to say, I don't like the Constitution. I would like to circumvent it. But I would like to circumvent it using its own rules against itself. So I'd like to create that 28th Amendment, then I can do whatever I want. And the courts can't do anything about it because there'll be an amendment in the Constitution that I can lean on. So now I'll be free to violate whatever right used to exist without any interference from the courts at all. Basically admitting right there that what he's doing he knows is unconstitutional. He just doesn't care, so let's use the Constitution to, well, overturn the Constitution. It's ridiculous. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are saying this 28th Amendment thing, it doesn't have a snowball's chance of passing, including myself. I'm saying that as well. But what I'm also saying is that it doesn't have a chance of passing now, but that doesn't mean that it couldn't in the future. What we have here is an idea. And once you get an idea in people's heads, that starts to spread across the country. I mean, just take a look at California's laws, rules, regulation, and legislation. Once you see it implemented in California, it tends to spread across the country amongst like-minded people that control the legislatures of like-minded states. And so that's why we see something that happens in California happens in New York, or it moves up to Washington or Oregon, or Illinois or New Jersey. It's all the same idea. it just moves across the country. And so when you put in place an idea as far out as this, even though we think it doesn't have a chance now, doesn't mean that once that idea starts to spread, that it doesn't have a chance later on. And so that's why you need to take action now to make sure that this doesn't continue to be a trend. Because as long as it continues to be a trend, then, we're going to see it move its way into the future, into the minds of more and more people. So again, I don't think it has a chance whatsoever, but you could see, just like with Portantino, and you're going to see it with others, it's going to start gaining more and more support. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. They don't like that the Constitution is in their way. The Constitution is supposed to be a brick wall in the face of tyranny. But what they say it is basically just a speed bump to go over or just go around. That's what we have here. Not surprising it's coming out of the state of California, but hey, it is what it is. Thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.